Module 4, Lesson 13's objective is to find areas by decomposing into rectangles or completing composite figures to form rectangles. Item 2. The figure shows a small rectangle cut out of a big rectangle. Find the area of the shaded figure. Let's underline those directions. Find the area of the shaded figure. And I'm going to circle the word shaded. Okay, first, let's take a look at the shaded figure as if nothing was missing. In order to find the area of the shaded figure as if nothing was missing, we would multiply one side length by the other side length. So that would be 8 times 7. 8 times 7, or 8 groups of 7, is 56. So we'll put a 56 on this first line. Now we need to subtract out the unshaded area. The unshaded area has one side length of 3 and the other side length of 3. And so that would be 3 times 3. 3 groups of 3 is 9. So we'll put a 9 on the second line. Now we have 56 minus 9. There are a couple of ways to solve 56 minus 9. One way you can do it is by thinking of it as 56 minus 9 is the same as 56 minus 10 plus 1, because it's easier to subtract 10 than it is 9. And we have to add that one extra one back in that we subtracted later. So 56 minus 10 is 46, plus that extra one that we subtracted makes 47. Another way that you can solve this problem is by doing it using the vertical written method. And you can go like this, 56 minus 9. Just make sure that the 9 is underneath the 6 in the ones column. Now remember, if I drew a magnifying glass around this top number, that's the one that I have to really focus my attention on. So if I have 6 ones, can I take away 9 ones? No. So I borrow from the neighbor. Now the neighbor doesn't have 5 tens anymore. Now the neighbor has 4 tens. Because I broke up a 10 and put it in the ones column, 10 plus 6 makes 16. And 16 minus 9 is 7. 4 tens minus 0 tens leaves 4 tens. Look, I got the same answer. So the answer is 47 square centimeters. Now let's look at item 3. It says, the figure shows a small rectangle cut out of a big rectangle. A. Label the missing measurements. Okay, let's do that now. In order to figure out what the missing measurements are, I should go ahead and count the rows and columns. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, so I'll put that here. And 1, 2, 3 columns, so I'll put that here. Okay, I did item A. Now the area of the big rectangle. What is the area of the big rectangle and how will I figure that out? The big rectangle has 8 on one side, so I'll put an 8 here. And it has 9 on the other side, so I'll put a 9 here. Now, you're thinking to yourself, well, what about the other two sides? They have 2 sets of numbers. Well, if you look at this side, there's a 4 and a 4, and that makes 8, which is the same as the other side. And on the top, it has a 3 and a 6, and that makes 9, which is the same as the bottom. Now, multiply 8 times 9. 8 times 9 is what? You write your answer right here. Now, let's look at the area of the small rectangle. The area of the small rectangle has these two numbers. Remember, there are 4 rows and 3 columns. Now you multiply 4 times 3 and put your answer right here. So in order to find the area of the shaded figure, this is what you need to do. You need to take your answer to B and write it right there. And then subtract out the area of the unshaded or smaller rectangle, which is answer C, and write it on that line. Once you do the subtraction, that will be the answer. And the answer, of course, is going to be square centimeters. Now let's go ahead and make sure we answer any sentence. The area of the shaded figure is blank square centimeters. Don't forget to capitalize the first word in your sentence and put a punctuation mark at the end of your sentence. And also, don't forget to label the sides like I've done in the picture.